In today's video, we paid a visit to a shop that I've never been to before. It is Maidenhead Aquatics Carr farm. When you first walk into the shop, you're greeted with two lovely display tanks. This one especially caught my eye with the giant Area, and this is home to a small Mabu puffer, which is absolutely stunning. You can also see that this bristlenose pleco was not shy at all. Right next to the display is the home of the frozen food section. Nice little selection there. To the right as well is a great selection of products and food. I'm not too familiar with marine fish, but I know these two, I'm sure you do as well, the blue tang and clownfish. In this section here is a nice selection of pond products. I was told that this shop prides itself in its pond fish, and by God, these koi were absolute whales. Look at the size of them. The thing that I loved about this shop is that you were allowed to feed the koi, which is a thing that I used to do a lot when I was a kid. As we head to the right here, there is an even larger selection of pond fish and plants. There's a nice little selection of small koi here. Some nice goldfish here too. Next up is a fish that I wanted to keep for a long time when I was a kid. I don't know why I had an obsession with these, the golden tench. As we follow along here, you can see a lot of tanks and pumps and products all around, but we're heading towards the marine section now. As you probably already know by now, I have no idea about marine fish, but these were a nice selection of corals. And onto the fish. A small selection, but a good selection in my opinion. We now move on to the freshwater plants, and there was a nice little selection here, all the staple and trademark plants that you usually get to see in the hobby. Not a massive variety, but I'm sure there will be more in the future. In this part of the shop was a mix of cold water, temperate and tropical fish. He's a fish I definitely want to keep in the future, the electric blue Akara. This fish right here is definitely a fish that a lot of people want to keep and get. It is the green neon rasbora, definitely a bucket list fish for myself. In these lower sections were bigger fish, and there was a big common pleco here and an eel, I believe. In this part of the shop as well was a nice selection and variety of live bearers. As you can see here, quite a few were sold, but there was a nice little variety left of betta fish. As we walk back around to this part of the shop, you can see a nice good selection of hardscape and rocks. A nice little schoonfish I'd recommend, the lamb chopper asbora. Some nice little curly loach in here. Here is a fish that I've always wanted to keep but I can't, the bumblebee goby. Definitely want to keep these orange Venezuelan cories in the future, and there was also some nice ember tetras as well. What I found crazy next is that there was some checkerboard cichlids here. I think it was like 4 for 26 or something along those lines. Really nice pricing on the fish. I may or may not be keeping these fish in the future, the gold tetra. If you don't know already, these fish get a gold colour in the wild as they gain a parasite that makes the scales turn like a golden shimmer. If bred in captivity, they don't get this effect and end up becoming silver. Next up is some Odessa barbs, look absolutely stunning when they mature. Just going to take you around a couple tanks here that are on display for sale, and again the selection of ornaments and hardscape is amazing in here. Really enjoyed my experience in the shop. It was definitely a surprise with the selection of fish and products that were available, and I picked myself up some wood and rocks for the new setup, so you'll be seeing that in the near future.